What's up? It's your boy AI Money. You know how I'm coming? Finna hit y'all with some. Let's get it. I'm giving out my recap of the Chicago Sky Connecticut Suns game last night, and all the BS around and before the game, and how the team responded. Now, that's what you call a leader. That's what you call a leader. When your leader call you out and then you perform, that's what you call being a leader. Because despite what everybody say, I wouldn't let nobody talk about me like that, or they frustrated with Angel Reese about what came out. It sure didn't show it in the game. Sad that it took 40 games for them to. This probably was like their second game out of their 10 wins that they performed like a different team than the rest of the games. The rest of the games, like I said, you can see like, yeah, man, we need some more players, man. We don't need Kid Nurse, man. Hitting threes once every 10 games. We don't need that. We don't need Rebecca Allen running up the court and not scoring no points. We don't need Rebecca Allen. Rachel Banner playing point guard, man. She's a catch and shoot shooter. She's a shooter. This was one of their best complete games of the season because they did it on offense and defense. The plays, they seem like they practiced them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that's where the turnovers come from when you don't have enough practice time and y'all got games between, but then y'all get a week off and all this stuff. Not having enough practice time to put the finish touching on y'all plays and get them crisp. You know what I'm saying? Get them where you already know what play y'all gonna run before y'all even get on offense, even on defense. You know what we gonna do when we come down on the offensive side. And it looked like they was confident in the passes. Starting off, like one turnover in the first quarter, the passes were getting into into Cardoso and to Angel. It wasn't turning it over like that. My only concern with Chicago is their turnovers. And it's not how many turnovers they get, it's when the turnovers transpire. They had one turnover in the first quarter. In the second quarter, they had 9. Like, that is diabolical. I don't understand it. And most of them come from offensive fouls, which I never knew offensive fouls were turnovers. Well, I've been watching the NBA for a long time, but this season right here, when I watch the NBA, whenever a player get an offensive foul, I'm gonna check their stats and see did they get a turnover for that, because I don't understand what kind of rules they have in the WNBA. Like I said, it's ridiculous. In the NBA, they don't call after foul technicals. They call that foul, and that's it. These, like I said, the player with the Phoenix Mercury, well, Alyssa Thomas come down on the break. Kia Nurse get in front of her and didn't hit her. She got in front of her. And Alyssa Thomas pushed off, which is an offensive foul. And they called it an offensive foul. But then when their coach challenged it, they deemed it was no foul. They deemed it wasn't even a foul on AT or Nurse. But they get the bucket and we get the ball. Like, I never seen that. Like, that was mind-blowing to me. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, they played with some fire, bro. Like they wanted to go crazy, man. They wanted to show the fans who they know always got something negative to say about Angel Reese. They didn't want to come out there and come out there with long faces and or, you know what I'm saying, playing uncharacteristic because they upset at what Angel said. No, that galvanized them. Now I wish they would have put out that piece after the first 10 games. That way we would have seen this play that they played last night through the season, and we would have had a chance. But you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, man. Cardoso, Angel, that's how they will look once they got competent guards that can get them the ball. And shout out to Michaela. She played a little more defense. She played defense. Besides Ariel Atkins and Angel Reese, we had her. She played defense. Bantam didn't really get killed by the Connecticut guards like she do by a lot of the other guards. So it's like that game last night made you be like, oh well, maybe Rebecca and them can't stay, or maybe Kia Nurse can't stay, or maybe Bantam can't stay. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Uzun could play. She had a couple of bad plays in the game, but they wasn't overwhelming bad plays like she's been the last 5-6 games since she got here. So, tip my hat to Angel. I know y'all want to talk about she's 4 for 12. There's a lot of this and that, but she had 4 assists, 4 steals. All defense team. She needs to be on that. Now, the only bad part about thinking about that is they only got 1 team for defensive, all defensive team. They got 2 all WNBA teams, but they only got 1 all defensive team. So I think they should add 1 more of that because you have a top 20 players. That's the 2 all NBA teams, the 2 all NBA teams, and the all defensive team. That's 15 players. So it's like, well, you got a top 15. But no, we got a top 20. Y'all should add another all defensive team. So you could give a lot of the players they just lose. Now in the WNBA, they don't have a game criteria or a game set that you have to play to get the awards. Because basically, they're only playing 44 games. So I can understand it, but at the same time, it was all around a great game, bro. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoy watching them play anytime because I get to see Angel. But then again, you know what I'm saying? The team bad, but she's a bright light on this team, man. Now, the technical foul they gave her, oh man, that is tricky though, because she did hit her in the face, but I would have thought that would have just been a flagrant 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they consider flagrant 1s the same as a technical. I don't know if you get a flagrant 1, that means you getting a technical. So either way or not, man, 8 technicals is diabolical, man, for a cutoff point for you to get a 1-game suspension. Now, like I said, maybe because it's different. It's not 82 games, it's 44. So I guess maybe the difference. In the NBA, you got, I think it's 15 technicals, or after the 15th technical or the 16th technical, then you receive a suspension. But yes, man, that was a good game, man. And to talk about what happened before the game with the article for the Chicago Tribune, Annie Costabile should be ashamed of herself. Actually, she should be ashamed of herself. I've never seen reporters that's supposed to be the team's reporter cover the team and, like I said, put hit pieces and all that on the star player on the team. Now, y'all can say who y'all want to think is the best, Cardoso or Angel, but Angel is the star, the 2-time All-Star. So she is the official leader of the Chicago Sky. Now, a lot of people say, oh, okay, see, but how they look now, that's how you can tell the Angel, it'll never be a number 1. She shouldn't be no number 1. She shouldn't be no leader on your team. And she's not going to be able to get you nowhere if she's the leader on your team, which is cap. It's cap, because she was the leader on the LSU team they won. A lot of people say, well, she was like the 3rd or 2nd best player on that team, though. But when it came to pull them bridges up, an NCAA tournament, what happened? She put the world on notice, won a championship, bro. The outstanding player of the tournament, bro. Like, it's diabolical how people forget and they try to say, oh, well, y'all always trying to use high school. Y'all always trying to use college to say, oh, yeah, see, Angel always been a winner. But like I said, man, besides Magic Johnson, what player has came into the league as a rookie or as a 2-year player and was a leader and won a championship? LeBron didn't win until his 8th season. Jordan didn't win until his 8th season. Only two players in the NBA were 3 that came in and won when they came in the first 3 years of their career. Actually, you know what I'm saying? They rookie contract basically. You know what I'm saying? They came in their rookie contract, but they won a championship. You know what I'm saying? You only got a few of those. But to try to act like when you got a player on your team that's a 2-way player, not the best offensive player, but she can score. She can generate offense for herself and others too still. Because all the four, she the most ISO scoring forward in the league. She has a high percentage of her offense being ISO and unassisted. Just like that so-called other player in the next state over from Illinois. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said what they are going through, that's the reason why they are tied to the hip, because everything they do is always seem like it's a mirror of what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Rookie year, even though Kaylin won Rookie of the Year, she was a leader, assist player in the league. Angel Reese was the leading rebound player in the league. So both of them came in with their skill sets that people say, oh, they specialists, as they say, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause she's a great passer. Yes, she is. Kaylin Carter is a great passer. She is a Magic Johnson type of passer. And Angel is a Wilt Chamberlain type of rebounder. Everything's hers, bruh. But it's a difference. That's why she has so much upside, because she has so many areas she can take up to the next level, and not where her skills on her is already at a certain level. Like I said before, this is not no knock on Kaylin Clark, but she's already at her peak. Angel's not even at her peak, bro, and it's getting scary. That's why the game last night was, I think, it was significant. You know what I'm saying? Rather they 10-30, they ain't making no playoffs, but for that article to come out and she said what she said about her coach. She said what she said about her about needing good players on the team and needing great players on the team. They came out and responded. That's how you know that she got the locker room, bro. That's how you know that, like she said, if she's on your team, she's gonna instill confidence into every player on her team. And it's like that. So I think they all really came to grips like, we know this is how the media do her. We already know this how a hit piece. It seemed like their players already knew that article was fraudulent, man. It's like they already knew that article was fraudulent. The crazy part is the energy they had the game before this game. If they'd had that energy this game, then I would have been like, oh yeah, Angel, I guess you almost should get up out of here. And that's not enough. I don't want her to leave the Chicago Sky at all. But 88-64 was the score. Angel Reese, 18 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. I think 4 Chicago Sky players was in double digits. They generated a lot of turnovers for the Connecticut Sun. Now, between 10 turnovers and 16 turnovers, I'll be okay being in that middle. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is it's all right. I won't pay, you know what I'm saying? I won't be upset about that many turnovers through a game. But when we get into 22, 25, 20 turnovers, bro, we're gonna lose. I just don't understand why people don't see that. And on top of that, even though they played good yesterday, supporting cast, I still feel we need better though, period. So I still feel we need, you know what I'm saying, some more better players. I think we need another glue player. Even though Eric Atkins is kind of that, it's like Angel the glue, and then, you know what I'm saying, Eric Atkins is another like glue type of player, rile up the troops and everything, you know what I'm saying? So I only want Angel Reese, Cardoso, and Eric Atkins, and Michaela Allen-Whaley. I only want them back next year. Now we got Haley Van Lith and Maddie Westbell. They are rookies. So if that's the six, like I say, if that's the six that I would want to see returning next season, yeah, them the six I would want. Man, Rachel Banham it's just her defense is such a big liability, man. That's the only reason why I wouldn't consider bringing Rachel Banham back. It's because her defense is atrocious, man. She can't guard, man. And in the WNBA, when you need defense, and you need a centerpiece. You need defensive centerpiece of your team. You have those two, you're likely going to the playoffs. Now, a lot of people talk about playoffs and all this stuff. Well, last year, the 7 and 8 seed were under 500 and they made it. So I don't want to hear, oh man, they ain't no above 500. They ain't got to. Until the last 8 games left of the season, that's when they got eliminated from the playoffs, which is crazy. You're like, oh my God, they were sitting down with 8 wins, and they still have had a chance to make the playoffs. And what happened? Angel Reese missed 10 games. I think she missed like 7 in a row, going down the stretch. So that put us in a hole, man. We could have been, like I said, at least 8, 9. We got all the way to 11. Hopefully, I don't think we're going to win tomorrow, man. Only because with the Angel's 8 technical, she's going to be suspended for a game. And then this game is what? The Fever game. I think they did poorly on that matchup. I think they did poorly on constructing that rivalry to have a team play 5 times in a season. That is crazy work. 5 times. So we'll see where we're gonna go from here. Like I said, I believe next season is gonna be a turning point because they're getting their facility toward the end of this season. Toward the end of this year. So I don't want to hear no, I don't have no facility. Why I ain't going to Chicago? I don't want to hear that. We're more likely gonna have the amenities y'all wanted, so I don't want to hear about that anymore. Y'all say players want to play for Tyler Marsh, so okay, let's get some. Let's see how true that is. See, I know how in sports how it works with the GM. Always come with a coach, man. I don't like that because if you're gonna fire the GM, if I'm coaching and we having a good season, you wouldn't want to fire your GM if y'all having a good season, but if the problem is the construction of the team, like 80% and like 20% on the coaching. If I be a GM and I come in and I can get players to come in, I wouldn't fire the coach, the coach that the last GM brought in. No. You got to see the camaraderie, you got to see the chemistry, and if the players are getting along with the coach and they like the coach, even if you're getting rid of the GM, why you don't have to get rid of the coach. But Tyler Marshall, you always want me to say get rid of you. Because, like you said, some players want to be coached hard. He don't coach them hard enough. And like I said, he did an interview in the season and said, we have a team that's not capable of coming back from large deficits. So, like I said, they need a coach with confidence that's gonna instill confidence in them. So, you know what I'm saying? All right, man. That's my reaction. Man, like, comment, subscribe, share. For real. Like. Get me in them algorithms, man. Help me push this channel and get it out there. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, AI Money. Gotta get it, don't you? Peace.